Hi, it's just Victor again. First, I want to say thank you for listening to me. I'm not talking about 1,000 people. I'm talking about you, just you, holding your phone or your tablet or your laptop or your television, and you're watching me right now and you're listening to me right now. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and I don't take your time for granted. All right. I wanted to first put that out there. Thank you. And welcome to the final half of 2025. I'm very excited for the many things that will happen this year. But today, I want to have a conversation with you. In the past few days, I've been putting out some of my random thoughts. So I'll call these thinking aloud. I've been thinking aloud with everyone who follows me on different platforms. So I've been thinking aloud and putting out my random thoughts, you know. And today I want to have a conversation about one of the random thoughts I put out earlier last week. Yeah. Or some couple of days ago. It's about marriage. You know, I strongly believe that we should not underrate or overrate things. We go to the extreme when we underrate or we overrate. And these are two extremes that we must never go to. We should just rate something. When we rate something, we're saying that we're giving that very thing the importance that it deserves. When we overrate it, we go overboard. When we underrate it, then we trivialize the importance. Okay? And I think that, or I strongly believe that we may have overrated marriage. And this is why lots of people are very scared and afraid about the idea of getting married. It feels like it's a decision that people no longer want to make. You know, it feels like marriage has become a topic that's no longer beautiful. Forget all the couple goals and all those things, but lots of people deep down are afraid of getting married. I think it's because of how we have made it too complex, right? And the way you see anything determines how you respond, right? I love what Stephanie Obi said. Shout out to Steph Obi. What she said on my post on that particular random musings about marriage, what you focus on expands eventually. So what you focus on expands, right? And I think we focus too much on the complication and complexities of marriage than looking at it from a different perspective. Think about this scenario. Walk up to your parents or maybe your dad and you say, I want to start a company that would go global. They're going to be like, yeah, go and do it. Congrats to you. The Lord help you, you know, African parents. But when you say, oh, dad, I want to get married, my son, sit down. Let me tell you about marriage. So it becomes a full blown, 5-year course, right? And I can understand because marriage is a door. When you get in, there is no exit, right? I mean, I know that people get in and still use the exit door, but that's another conversation. But it's designed for you to get in and spend all your life in that room. You can get out. So it's like no way out. It's only in where you can't come out, right? So I can understand that it's an important decision. And because of that, lots of elderly people would want to, ensure that people don't make mistakes or younger folks don't make mistakes about marriage. And this is the bane of that complication, right? So it feels like all of the things we've heard about marriage is 10 things to avoid, 55 things you must not do, and all of those things, right? And it feels like It's a lot. And when we keep looking at the negative side and negative things about marriage, it's going to discourage a lot of young people from getting married. I'd rather have my freedom than try to get into that, complication. When I talk to young folks like myself who are also single, just navigating this phase, and I feel the fear in their voice, this marriage thing. But I strongly believe that we need to start simplifying the dynamics of marriage. We need to give it the attention it deserves, right? But we don't need to overcomplicate it. Marriage can be beautiful, it can be easy, it can be simple. It's just about how we look at it. It will be challenging, but it's doable, right? It is very doable. And the more we begin to um, de escalate, right, the dynamics of marriage and how we've escalated it and, made it really, really a big issue, we can find more people gravitating or more younger folks gravitating towards the idea of marriage, right? And I'll just sum up my thoughts, in this conversation about marriage. I think that oftentimes we always believe that we need one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 things to get married. But it's just as simple as somebody that is able to supply you peace at all seasons, right? And this is very important. All of the things that we're chasing, the achievements, the work, the career, the material possessions, all of those things, as important as they seem, is going to change with seasons. What will remain are things like this person, can they deliver peace to you at every phase of that journey? Because you might get married to a banker and in 5 years' time, they become a pastor. What are you going to say about that? So you don't know all of the seasons of anyone. You don't know what they're going to become in the next 5 years. You know what they are now, but what they're going to grow into, you don't know. So, but that piece has to be consistent across all board because in that atmosphere of peace, in that environment of peace, you can produce any amount of progress. You can produce any amount of accomplishment. You can achieve anything. You can reach for the stars and beyond, right? And so it's important we start to narrow down all of those things we've written, 100 things that he must have before I get married to, you know, 500 things, that she must have. All of these things are not important, right? We need to narrow down to what is critical. And when we focus on what is critical, then we can begin to see marriage in a different light. I'm going to stop here and I'd like to, scoop on your thoughts too as well. What do you think about marriage? Are you single? Are you married? How are you navigating that journey? Put it in the comments. All right.